Hi, I'm Virginia from Right Clinic, and I've been a medical copywriter and video content creator since 2020. So in this video, I want to go through a few places that you can find clients as a freelance medical writer. So the first place is LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is great because you can reach out to company business pages directly. You can go to their page and then you can actually send them a message, and hopefully their social media manager or whoever is managing the account will actually get back to you. The second reason why it's great is because you can connect with people. So when you connect with people, you can click add a note, and then you can write up to 200 characters to actually describe why you are connecting. And I recommend that you include something that you've recently seen them write a post about, or maybe you have seen them post a job and you want to inquire directly about it. And you can develop relationships with people that you connect with. So this includes either people who work for a company that you want to work for, or people who are also other medical writers. So that's the second place that you can find work as a medical writer, and that's through other medical writers. So that's why community is so important, because not only can you ask people what it's like to work for someone if they've worked for that person that you are about to work for or you're interested in working with, but you can also ask if they're working on any projects that they might need any help with. So it's important to really value building relationships with people. And when you have a relationship that's long term, it means that you're more likely to get more work from that in future, and also be generous as well. So if somebody gives you work one day, then in future you should think of them when you've got extra work that you can't handle or you need help with, and you should reach out to that person that gave you work. So it's a mutual benefit situation. So the third place you could try is somewhere like Upwork. And Upwork is an online platform for freelancers, and a lot of people give it a little bit of hate, I will say, because they say that it's too competitive, the rates are really low. But in my experience, which was a few years ago, and even now, I still find people getting work on Upwork, and also they have work insurance. So that means that if you do work for a client and they don't pay you, then Upwork will hopefully cover you with their insurance and actually make sure that you get paid for the work that you did. One of the caveats of using Upwork is that you should not take work off the platform. So that means if you find the client on the platform, make sure you sign a contract on Upwork and you work through Upwork, because then your insurance through Upwork will cover you. The fourth place is somewhere like Juno. So that's spelled YUNOJUNO. And I've been part of Juno for a few years now, and I actually haven't won any work through them, but it's quite hard to actually register on there because you need insurance and you also need some referrals from companies that you've worked with in the past. And this usually requires you sending an email to that company, and then they say that you've definitely worked with them. So they want evidence that you've actually worked with previous companies. But the advantage is that there are quite big companies that go to Juno to find freelancers, because they know that if you're registered on Juno, you're more likely to be a legit medical writer or freelancer. So the fifth place that you should try is the website of the company that you want to work for. So go to the Contact Me page and send them an email, or you can go to their careers page or jobs page and you can drop off your CV. Recently, I was on a website and they said to submit your CV on their website. Recently, I was on a website and it said to submit your CV. They actually want you to anonymize it, which is quite nice, and that's pretty new. I haven't seen that before. So that means that you should actually upload your CV without your name, your location, and any way of kind of identifying you, particularly by your gender or maybe your background. So I think that's quite interesting, and it's also a great way to try and make applications more inclusive. And so people are less likely to judge you by whatever your name is or whatever your background is or where you live. So those are 5 places that you can find clients. And if you'd like to learn more, then there is a course in the description box below that you can check out. And I'll also help you learn things like what you should actually say in a message, what you should include in your pitch, the different types of pitching, so warm pitching and cold pitching, and also if you are writing for a client and you're trying to win work from them, and then they actually reply and they say yes, what should you do next to actually close that deal, and then what you should look for inside the contract as well. So I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye.